If you're having trouble dating in 2026, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but it's your fault. It's not the male loneliness epidemic. It's not this phenomenon that just people don't want to date anymore. It literally comes down to 100% it's your fault. Some people hate this. I hate to be the one that has to break it to you and tell you that this is how it is, but unfortunately, this is life. So right now there's this male loneliness epidemic. I use this in quotes because it's kind of a psyop. It's not really real. They basically spread this around so that guys that have trouble dating have a scapegoat to say like, "Oh, I'm the victim. There's the male loneliness epidemic. Nobody's dating. It's so hard." Yada yada yada, whatever. That is all bullshit. That's all fake. It's all fake news because women all day long, what do they watch? The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, Love Island, all this shit about dating and finding love and romance, and they read romance books and whatever. That's like all women really care about in life for the most part, right? Way more than men care about it. And they're telling you, like, oh, there's just, these women just aren't dating, I guess, and all these men are just dying alone. Oh, big whoop. But it's like, no, the women are constantly out there dating. They're just not dating those guys that are alone. And why are those guys in that category of being alone? And it's pretty simple. It's because they don't try, they don't put a lot of effort, they're not locked in on themselves. And if you're in that category, it's pretty easy to get out of that category, but people just don't want to put in the work. And like, let me give you an example. If you are, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 4 looks wise, you're overweight, whatever, you just don't have a lot going for you. If you went to the gym, you locked in on the gym, you lost some weight, you took care of yourself, like hygiene, everything, you smell good, you wear nice cologne, get some Aqua di Gio or something, and you dress well, and you're like actually able to hold a conversation, you're kind of funny, whatever, boom, you have all that going for you. I promise you'd have no problem dating. Like it would be simple unless you have unrealistic standards, which there are a lot of people that do have very unrealistic standards. Um, so again, if you're like a 5, just know you're not going to get with a OnlyFans model 10. A lot of guys, they sit on social media all day or these X-rated websites and think that's how like every woman's going to look in the real world. That's not true. You're just cooked if you think that. Like you can't get a supermodel if you're overweight and chopped. Like that's just not going to happen. So sorry about that. But basically, they say there's this male loneliness epidemic. You have to remember the population is almost split 50-50 men and women. So if there's a huge percentage of men over here that can't get any dates, they can't find women, they're going to die alone. There's going to be on the flip side with the women, another huge population of women that fall into that same category. And they're not able to date guys because this category can't get dates. So the pool of men is already shrunk for this many women and this many men. What happens when all these men are taken? There's going to be a bunch of leftover women. So right now, if you think there's a male loneliness epidemic, not your fault. I can't help it. The dating market's cooked, whatever. You are missing out on the easiest time to date ever because there's so many women that are struggling dating as well because the reason of this is because they just have higher standards than men. I go on Reddit pages sometimes on like dating Reddit pages, and these people are like, what do you look for in a woman? And all the comments are like, I just want one. I just need a woman. As long as she doesn't hit me, I'm cool. Like, their standards are so low because they're just like desperate neckbeards who play World of Warcraft all day. And it's like, dude, if you went to the gym a little bit, got in shape, you could probably have higher standards. But women's standards, they're like, oh, I need a guy who has, you know, looks nice, he smells good, he's smart, he's funny, whatever, he's got a job, all this stuff, right? Like, dude, there's a bunch of dudes that don't even have jobs that are trying to date. Like, you need to get your shit together. You at least need to be able to like eat before you can start dating. Like, oh, I can't afford to take a girl out to dinner. Like, you're cooked. It's over. There's none of this, oh, it's splitting, she's going to pay for it. Like, no, that's your problem right there. So a lot of these guys are just lost. And if you're in that category, it's easy to get out of, trust me. Like, you can ascend from a 4 to a 7 pretty quickly. A lot of these guys will play like Call of Duty, like 100 hours a month, right? For fun with the boys, whatever. But they won't spend 100 hours a year going to the gym. If you went to the gym for 1 hour, 100 times in a year, you would probably be freaking jacked, in shape, shredded, whatever, if you had a good diet too. Like, you would look so much better, and you could easily just get out of whatever dating level you're at. If you're way down here, you could go to the next level, and you're going to have a higher chance, a higher pool of women. Especially, think like, women always want to date at their level or above. So if your level is like a 7, you can get all the women below that threshold of 7 and lower. So your dating pool is going to go up. People like, dude, men don't understand that, like, they might have to or they can date down. Yeah, it sounds horrible to say that out loud, whatever. But if you date down, your life will be 10 times easier. If you're 7 and you date a girl who thinks, like, wow, this guy's more attractive than me, this guy's better than me, this guy's whatever, she'll put you on a pedestal. Life will be simple. Life will be easy, stress free. If you're dating a girl at your level or higher, then you might have some problems. Yeah, there's a lot of delusional women that are a 4 and they think they're a 10, so they'll cause problems even though they're a 4. Just cut those. But, anyways, kind of rambling, but I'm just giving you guys simple idea that this male loneliness epidemic, if you have trouble dating, it's your fault. I'm not the most handsome dude in the world. Yeah, I think I'm decent looking. I'm in shape. I can hold a conversation. I'm smart. I'm kind of funny. Whatever. I got all these things going for me. And I'm tall too, which, if you're short, you still have hope. Don't give up just because you're short. It'll make it harder, but you can get around it. But, dude, when I was out dating on dating apps, I could set up a date every single day of the week. I've done that before, where 7 days in a row I have dates. And I'm not even like Marlon or some of these Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Like, I don't look like 10 out of 10 supermodel, and I didn't struggle with it. So it's 100% like a you problem. And right now, it's the easiest time to date in the world compared to like 6 years ago when I was dating. That shit was harder than it is now. This shit is so free. It's so easy right now. And if you're not getting dates, you're not matching with women, you're cooked. It's a you problem. You need to fix yourself. And I know a lot of people aren't going to like to hear this, but it's the truth. Don't play the victim card. Don't do whatever. You got to just lock in on yourself. Really, it's not that hard. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say on this one. I might make a follow up video with more information, or maybe a guide if people need a guide of how to actually lock in. But I'm telling you guys, dating right now, so easy. You have dating apps. You can swipe on 50 to 100 women a day. If you can't get one or two to swipe back and hold a conversation with you, 100% that's a you problem. So, thank you guys for watching. More to come. Thank you.